Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Savannah Chrisley reveals why Todd felt guilt. Chrisley knows best alum. Savannah Chrisley is revealing why her father, Todd Chrisley, felt guilt. Did it have to do with his prison sentence or something else in their lives? More so, did he finally come to terms with what was plaguing him? Keep reading for more details. Savannah Chrisley reveals why Todd felt guilt. Todd Chrisley is currently serving 12 years behind bars while his wife, Julie Chrisley, was sentenced to 7. This has deeply impacted their children, especially Savannah Chrisley. She became the guardian of Todd and Julie's 2 youngest children, Grayson and Chloe, all while still working. Plus, she has been fighting to get her parents released from prison and is hopeful that the president will be able to help her. She spoke at the RNC and has been working very closely with his people. Die-hard Chrisley fans are hopeful they will be released in the very near future. Julie has asked for a new judge as she felt her first resentencing was unfair and based on bad feelings towards Savannah. Her daughter also caused drama in Todd's prison with the way she constantly spoke out about the bad treatment. Yet Savannah has no plans to keep her mouth shut no matter who it hurts. Fortunately, she has done a great job with her siblings. Grayson headed off to college in January and Chloe adores her. However, it was not always easy for Chloe, who is the biological daughter of Savannah's older brother, Kyle. She was adopted by Todd and Julie and has seen them as mom and dad. According to Savannah Chrisley, it was Todd who struggled the most after the adoption. First off, she made it very clear there were no labels when he went from grandpa to father. That may have made the adjustment far easier, but Todd felt a lot of guilt replacing his own son in the paternal role. Savannah made it clear he never should have felt that. Savannah Chrisley also opened up about how hard this all is for Chloe. She struggles when people misidentify her family members or do not see them in her proper place. Todd and Julie Chrisley are her parents and Savannah is her sister, not her aunt. Savannah has taken the proper steps to ensure Chloe is doing okay by having her in therapy. However, she acknowledges that kids can be harsh and all Chloe wants is her to have her parents back. Some people do not care for what Savannah has to say. They feel she is always talking about not having parents when that is far from true. Savannah Chrisley has always carried herself with a sharp wit, steely resilience, and that southern sparkle that draws people in. But behind the glam and quick comebacks lies a young woman navigating the unimaginable. Watching her father, Todd Chrisley, once the charismatic centerpiece of a picture-perfect reality TV family, sit behind bars. In a recent emotional interview, Savannah pulled back the curtain on her father's hidden guilt, a weight Todd had long carried, even before the prison walls closed in around him. According to Savannah, Todd's guilt wasn't just about the fraud conviction that sent shockwaves through Chrisley Knows Best fans. No, it was deeper, more human, more haunting. He felt like he failed us long before the trial, Savannah admitted, her voice cracking in a rare moment of raw vulnerability. The guilt wasn't about the money. It was about the image, the expectations. He felt like he let his family buy into something that wasn't real. From the outside, the Chrisley empire glittered. Lavish homes, designer clothes, private jets, and cheeky southern banter that made viewers feel like they were part of the family. But within those ornate walls, Todd was wrestling with something more profound than public scrutiny. He was battling a silent storm of pressure and perfectionism. Savannah described late-night talks with her dad, long before the legal battles made headlines. He used to sit on the edge of my bed and tell me, "Vanna, don't ever let the world define you by your bank account or your Instagram followers. It's all dust. What matters is how you love, how you lead, and how you live when no one's watching." The irony didn't escape her. This was a man whose entire livelihood came from being watched. But as Savannah opened up, it became clear that Todd Chrisley wasn't just obsessed with controlling his image. He felt obligated to protect his family from the harsh truths of their reality. And when it all came crashing down, Todd's guilt wasn't just about the legal ramifications. It was personal, deeply personal. He felt guilty that we had to grow up on TV, that every fight, every misstep, every tear was recorded and replayed for the world. He knew we didn't ask for it. He made those choices for us, and when it fell apart, he blamed himself for dragging us into it. One moment stood out vividly in Savannah's memory, the night before Todd surrendered himself to serve his sentence. They sat in the living room, surrounded by the flickering glow of old family photos, Christmas mornings, graduation caps, family dinners where laughter drowned out any tension. Todd stared at the mantelpiece, silent for what felt like an eternity. He turned to me and said, "I thought I was building a kingdom for you kids, but I think I might have built a castle on sand." That confession shook Savannah to her core. This wasn't the confident, defiant Todd Chrisley the world saw in courtrooms and confessionals. This was a father, stripped bare, agonizing over the fear that he'd sacrificed his children's normalcy at the altar of fame. He wasn't crying because he was going to prison, Savannah said. He was crying because he couldn't be there to protect us anymore. He felt like everything he did to make us secure actually left us exposed. It was that night, Savannah shared, that she stopped seeing Todd as a larger-than-life character and started seeing him as something more heartbreaking. A dad who tried too hard, gave too much, and carried the weight of trying to be everything for everyone. Still, she doesn't absolve him. She's clear-eyed about the mistakes. Did he go too far trying to keep up the lifestyle? Yes. Did he make choices he shouldn't have? Absolutely. But people forget. He didn't do it out of greed. He did it out of fear. Fear of losing us. Fear of being ordinary. Fear of failing in a world where failure isn't forgiven. Savannah has taken on the role of guardian, caregiver, and now storyteller. She's raising her younger siblings, advocating for prison reform, and fighting to keep her parents' spirits alive behind bars. But it's her revelations about Todd's guilt that paint the most poignant picture of who he really was when the cameras stopped rolling. He used to say, "Savannah, they love us when we're perfect. But what matters is who we are when we're not." I think he knew that perfection was a mask, and when it fell off, he felt like he let everyone down. Today, Savannah is more than just a reality star. She's a young woman shouldering the legacy of a complicated man. And in revealing the truth behind Todd's guilt, she's not just telling his story, she's reclaiming her own. As for Todd, behind bars, Savannah says he's doing what he can to reconcile. He writes long letters filled with scripture, apologies, and hopes for the future. He's trying to heal, she says. And I think, in some ways, prison has made him more free. He doesn't have to pretend anymore. The world may know Todd Chrisley as a flashy patriarch with a silver tongue and a designer wardrobe. But Savannah's words offer something more enduring, a portrait of a father who was just trying to hold his family together, even as the world around them fell apart. And maybe, just maybe, in that truth, there's a kind of redemption. He felt guilt, Savannah said, because he loved us too much to be honest about how scared he was. But now, we're building something real, not perfect, but real.